Yep. Ooh.
There it goes. I updated the stream key and then it picked up.
Yep. Ooh, so sad that
about.
my bagpipe app doesn't work over the mic. Yep. Ooh, so sad that my bagpipe app doesn't work over the mic. Yep. Ooh, so sad that my bagpipe app doesn't work over the mic. Yep. Like I'm not even sure if it picks up in the background, but if it does, that's awesome. Like I'm not even sure if it picks up in the background, but I played it for a few seconds. That's awesome for Wells, but
oh my goodness.
like I'm not even sure if it picks up in the background. Our coworkers throw shit at me. I played it for a few seconds. That's awesome for Wells, but
oh my goodness.
like I'm not even sure if it picks up in the background. Our coworkers
Okay, there's that.
I think Theory's getting
Bubba's ready.
Screaming.
He is drilling for chocolate that will build.
I think Theory's getting
Bubba's ready.
Uh-oh.
Screaming.
Why is that happening?
You know, there's going to be a fork in the road coming up that will take a shortcut through the woods. Not completely. You know, fork. Notice anything? It's getting a bit late. There aren't many birds. Not much wildlife around. Nothing to really startle you or give you reason to be hesitant.
Keep an eye out. I'm gonna keep an eye out for stuff.
Around dusk, you start to get closer to the river bend or to the pools you can see on the map. And give me perception checks.
Yes.
Wait.
Do I want to know? I haven't seen.
I can't celebrate yet. Well, at least it's not a 1.
Perception.
Oh, dang. I need advantage there.
the map isn't big enough.
No.
You need bigger map.
Or did the picture not load all the way? It didn't for me.
I see. I don't. It's hard to describe what I see, but
With people.
Oh. We're in a forest, right?
It looks like a gypsy camp.
Yep.
yeah.
Like what Hellfish said.
They prefer Jippo.
Are we? But we're technically in a forest still, right?
Yes, you approach from the bottom, and again, I don't know if you can see it, but like the last 5 things got cut off here, so the road was supposed to sort of extend. But the perception checks are you hear music in the background. Like you can see the fires coming up, you can hear music, you can hear people conversing, not attempting to be stealthy at all.
Oh, they ain't afraid of shit then.
Oh, it sounds like
actually
there
rolled
might
a
be
20, not
friendly
17.
people over there.
So let's approach the camp. Let me fire
I
up the
think sounds
bagpipes
good.
here.
We can play a song on our way in. We're
Mhm.
friendly.
Let's play a funeral march.
Play taps.
What's the standard?
And as you get closer, the music gets louder.
Oh, I didn't. Am I supposed to have pulled my token out? Sorry, I've been hunting down at technical issues on the stream.
They've been fixed.
Seems like it. I don't know what that was.
You want to like everything, dog.
It's
Well,
very
duh.
gypsy.
So place yourselves on the map near the bottom, sort of more in the center.
There.
Oh,
Yeah.
where is my token?
Damn. A sizable map here, I feel like.
See you guys staying on the path, going near.
Just to be clear as well, like I said, sorry, I was hunting downstream stuff. We have not long rested since our last fight, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I say we approach.
Yeah, let's approach.
All right, you take just a few steps from there, and someone right there sees you, and his face lights up. Why, hello, my friend. Why don't you come over here? Enjoy the fire, enjoy the hearth. And he looks at his fellow compatriots and says, "We have guests. Bring food. Bring food. Yes." And he comes over.
Holy shit, it's Lin-Manuel.
And he just goes to the person up front and he extends his hand as a handshake, as a gesture. "Ah, yes, welcome. If you'd like, please stay, sit, take a load off."
He seems friendly. What are you guys doing out here?
This is where we have set up camp for a while. We have been here for the past about 2 weeks now. Just sitting, enjoying friends, family, the company. The river, the pool here has enough fish to sustain us, and the forest is more than plentiful. You are welcome to anything we have. The only thing that we ask in return is to enjoy yourself. It is life. It is worth celebrating.
You haven't seen any old ladies with pie carts around, have you, sir?
No, I have not seen any old ladies with carts. I would say a cart would probably be a little bit too wide for this path, but I have heard of the person or persons that you have spoken of, we always stay away. No, where there is smoke, there is the fire.
You made a good choice.
I'm stifling laughter in the background.
Do you guys happen to have any pies for our friend?
About to ask that.
Did we happen to
no,
catch his name?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I have his name somewhere, but God, I can't find it right now.
But we didn't ask.
No.
Okay. Vale's gonna sort of casually approach. He's gonna, because he walked away before I had a chance to ask. Say, "Sir, you mind if I ask you a question?"
Yes.
No, I do not mind at all.
Are you all from around here?
Actually, yes, we are. We have been here our whole lives.
Interesting. We've heard some odd stories about people coming here and being trapped, essentially. I'm curious to... I don't know, the whole thing is very curious to me.
Well, yes, that part is true. The Lord Strahd, if you are here, he has you here for a reason. And that reason may or may not show itself, but we are, as we say, we are Vistani. The Lord Strahd does not really bother us as much as he does the other people of this land.
You're Vistani?
Yes, we are.
Interesting. We're on our way to Vallaki. You wouldn't happen to be passing that way.
No, like I said, we have been here for a while. This little band of people of... Sorry, mixing up my words. He's not purposely trying to talk around anything. But me and my band of friends and family here, we do not belong to any single place, and no single place owns us. We go wherever, we feel the time is right, and we could be here for a few more years. But at the same time, if in the next morning our leader, Madame Eva, tells us that she believes to go elsewhere, we will follow. She is the eldest of us, and therefore she is the matriarch.
Madame Eva.
Well, yeah, she's just in his tent over there. And he points in that direction.
Thank you. It's very helpful.
No problem. If there's anything else you would like to ask me, feel free. You seem to not be familiar with us, Vistani. I would be happy to answer any questions about this.
No, we've heard tale, but this is our first encounter with a group.
Ah, yes. Well, I hope we make a first good impression. Speaking of, I believe we can have some food for you. And he looks over and... some of the other people, as you guys go to sit down, they bring you food.
Thank you, that's very kind. Maybe nothing sweet.
Is there anything in this food?
Well, the good news is sugar or anything such as that is a very rare item indeed. In fact, that is one way how certain merchants find themselves in Barovia when Lord Strahd feels that there is something that he needs, and if a merchant is traveling near the border, I hear that sometimes they just find their way here. Even our wine, which is hearty, is not known for being especially sweet.
Can I do an insight check on this guy?
Same.
Go for it.
I just want to see, generally how forthcoming he seems like he's
Plus
being.
3, that's a 22.
If he's hiding something, it doesn't seem like it. You think this guy is maybe even talking a little too much, but he doesn't seem worried. He seems pretty happy.
Does he look drunk?
I look over to Vale and I just nod.
Okay. I will turn and look at where as everyone's scattered to. Brick is already over enjoying food and refreshment, it looks like.
Oh, yes.
I suspect Brick will fit right in.
I'm just, I'm like the Vistani, right? That's their names? Yes. Vistani. I am just a sea. I'm a Vistani from the sea, if you will.
Vale is gonna turn to our guy here. By the way, what should I call you?
You can call me Vasil.
Vasil. You see my friend over there at the fire, long beard, very forward, taller than everyone else.
I chime in 2 eye patches.
He definitely sticks out like, you say, a thumb that is sore. But he seems like a good person, so he's more than welcome here.
He's a talented musician. You should ask him about it before the night's out.
Sorry if that was too loud, everybody.
I just glare over at Vale and shake my head.
Sorry, I thought I had the music on loop, but I realized it wasn't on. Oh, so at the...
I heard some music. Oh, but it has stopped, it looks like.
Yeah, I just put it on again. When you mention that he's a musician, his eyes light up and he goes, why, he plays music? Ah, my friend, forgive me if I go on and ramble a little bit too much, but us Vistani, we love music. And he goes over and just like immediately, like completely forthcoming. And just like, oh, your friend over here says you are a musician. We would love, please, if it is not too much trouble, play something for the camp.
At this moment, Brick is, of course, like, he's got a skin that he just pulled out, and he was like sneaking wine into it, and he looks up and he goes, yeah, sure, I'll just play along with the music you have going on. Oh my god, let's see this roll.
A 2. Perfect.
So your attempt at music is going on, and he's sitting there. You can see a smile on his face dip a little bit at certain moments, at times when notes are hit very flat when they should not be. And he goes, I would be very honest with you, my friend. I must say I am not accustomed to this type of music. However, if this is the music of your people, then it is always welcome here. And he pats you on the shoulder.
Brick nods. He go ahead. Sorry.
So I clap at Brick and I go, "Bravo, Brick! Bravo!
Oh, you want to hear me play again, do you?
Encore! Encore!"
I'm tempted to roll another performance. Yeah, I turn to the gentleman and I say, yeah, it's just, usually I play on boats. Steady land throws me off, if you will.
And he nods along in agreement with you and goes, why, yes, that sounds like a very real reason why it could be throwing you off a little bit. But like I say, it is good. Music is the voice of the soul.
Couldn't agree more.
What did we say? Sorry, I was updating my notes here. What did we say his name was?
Vasil. Vasilele. I put it in the chat.
Oh, I see it. Vasile. And he named the. Did he give the leader that was over in the tent to the east a name, or just say that she was over there?
Ava?
Ava, that's
Eva.
right.
EVA.
I had a Wally reference.
Was this in Discord? What happened?
He was muted.
No, I was muted for a minute, and when you said her name was Ava, I went Ava.
Eva.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you guys are going around. People are moving to and fro, doing things lively. At one point, like the person on the flute here. Oops, they just moved right into bricks.
Where is
Starts on the violin, and they, start to have a happy little dance. Tell they're very thrilled that they have guests.
Where is Irina? She's supposed to be with us, right? Oh, that's her back there. Okay.
She's back there, just keeping to herself, trying to have a low profile.
Okay.
Someone very courteously but quietly comes and hands her food. Irina nods. And then the other member of the camp leaves. Which one of you would have would be the most tan, you would say? Like, who would be outdoors? Would that be Brick?
Vale is not
Probably.
tan.
Brick or possibly.
Vale is very pale.
I would say, if it's not me,
It'd probably be me or Brick.
I didn't include it in as a description or anything, but I would assume that a sailor or a pirate would be fairly.
Yeah, there's
not a
not
lot
My
of-
character has a slight tan, but my character sticks with shadows.
And that's why I suggested it, but like going back to like the earlier conversation when he says, yes, Lord Strahd, the ruler of the land, hopefully one day you will find out why you are here. In the distance, the fog, it's still a little bit high, as it has been the last several eves, so you cannot see Castle Ravenloft. But I advise you, you would do well not to show up unless you are personally invited. But, you may wish to not get used to seeing the sun for a while. And he points over to Brick. Pretty soon you're going to be as pale as the rest of us. For this land has not seen the sun in many, many years.
That's not normal.
Yeah, I made a mention of it, I think, at in session 1 or 2, and no one has made a comment on it, so I'm just bringing it back up. This entire time, you guys have not seen the sun.
That ain't Christian.
That ain't man. Now, Vasile, was it?
Yes, my dear, what can I do for you?
You mentioned that you hoped that, we would find our purpose being correct.
Yes, I'm also getting a little bit of an echo from you.
Oh, because, sorry, trying to not be too close. So, my question to you is, I know with you guys traveling, have you guys found your purpose and why you're here?
So that is a little bit of a long story, my dear, and I will gladly tell it if you will indulge me. But you see, Vistani, we are actually favored by Lord Strahd. It began many years ago, and if you wish for me to be honest, I cannot say, but a long time ago, one of our kind of Vistani saved Strahd when he was still a living man, and because of that he swore an oath to always to always treat us good, to never rule us with an iron fist as he does the rest of his subjects. It is one reason why we do not curse his name or call him things that other Barovians do. We will not say we worship him or pray him fealty, but it is one of the things where he essentially stays out of our way, and so we, among us, have no reasons to hate.
Did he mean to say living man?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Do you ask that to him?
No, I was just. Do we know? What I meant to ask was, do we know that he's not a living man?
I don't know if it's been rightfully said yet. If you wish to ask him.
Strahd.
Yeah. There's been other hearsay, but I don't think you've been directly told anything.
Yeah, so I guess I'll interject and say, did you say when he was a living man?
Well, yes, for Strahd has not been alive for... I have heard some things say 600 years, I have heard others say 2,000. He once was a man. He ruled, a fearless military leader with very few blemishes on his career. But there was a day when he was injured, and a very dark day, when he went from being a man to as I believe the word is, a vampire. He rules in his castle, feeding on the blood and the life force of the living, and says everything we know, he has not touched a Vistani. I cannot tell you how old he is, but he is, as far as I know, as ancient as the land itself.
Interesting. Thank you for your... Intriguing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is not a happy story, and not many stories about Lord Strahd are, and that's one reason why we are what you see before you. We celebrate life, we love each other. Not every single person in this camp, we share the same last name, but we all share the same love for one another, and we believe that is what makes us family. That is all we have in this world. So we celebrate, we drink, we laugh, we live.
I can get behind that. Say that as I raise another cup of wine.
And he chuckles. Yes, my friend. And we are always happy for new guests. Who knows? Maybe one day you will join our little merry band.
Was there a reason you were signaling up at the edge of the water earlier?
They were what?
You were double clicking up at the edge of the water.
Oh, no, sorry.
That's just
Not a reason.
I was waiting for a moment to ask.
No. Just me doing something with my hands while I'm talking, not realizing, hey, you can see what I'm doing. And as a player, yeah, you might want to know why.
It's like it's something about the come out
I'm
of the water.
fidgety.
Roll a swim check.
That athletics.
Did you have any other questions for Vasil?
Not at the moment.
I do not.
Not
I think
at the moment.
think Vale's just gonna sit back and enjoy the food and drink for a little bit, since this is.
Would the leader of your camp have any more information? We haven't seen her at all tonight.
She is an older lady. She does not come out, but... And as he starts talking about her, someone leaves from her tent. Comes over, whispers something in his ear. And goes, well, she either heard you or it is most fortuitous because she would like to meet you.
That is most fortuitous.
How convenient.
We will accept this invitation.
Let's see.
And at this point, I realize I don't have a picture of her because I'm terrible.
No, you're not.
0 out of 10. Game ruined.
Missing one picture, 0 out of 10.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Everything else was great.
Missing pictures, 0 out of 10.
Just
Let me do this, and then... No, you're not.
Got him.
Keep insulting me for like 2 more minutes.
Why you look up a picture? I don't want to insult you, then. I was just joking.
So let's talk about those 2 performances.
No squelchy, 0 out of 10.
Oh my gosh.
Would you
Oh
like
my
to hear
God.
another song? I'll play another song. Oh god.
I don't know if they can handle
Do
another
it.
song.
I want to see the roll. You gotta have a good one. It's
Watch it be my only, like, 20.
just to throw it away here.
The fuck is performance? There it is.
Failed it.
Brick being sufficiently drunk now.
Yeah, I was
is
about
able to play.
I forgot to say earlier when you were playing. I was about to say he's better when he's sauced up a little.
That's the key. You get them drunk.
All right, so she is ready for you.
All right.
She had to like get ready and stuff.
She had to freshen up.
Powder her nose.
Put on her hoodie footy pajamas.
Hoodie footy pajamas.
Just give me anxiety.
Matlock was on. She had to wait.
Yeah.
Murder She
Wait
Wrote.
for that episode to finish.
I'm finishing my stories.
She got her novels with Fabio on the front. Boy.
This is the inside of her tent.
It's cards and a giant skull. Really big cards.
The skull lights up like the Wizard of Oz. And it's just like, I am the great lady.
And as you walk in, whatever order you choose to walk in, she looks at each person and states your name. Why, hello, Torga. Brick, Carrick, Rovere, and you must be Vale. Say hello to old Mother Eva.
Hello?
Mother.
Howdy do.
Brick.
Oh my.
Brick is like patting his chest
Howdy
to make sure
do.
he's not wearing a name tag.
Did I forget to take off my name tag from when I was pirating?
You know, the
pirate
lean
captain
forward
was
and
old.
Like, please don't mind roll
mind.
beer.
Yeah.
It's the effects of the pie.
She,
Hi, my name
she
is
knows.
Brick, and I'm from the SS Blackbeard.
A silly name for a ship.
She
It's the
is
seagull.
shuffling cards. She's shuffling cards and just says, "Why, yes, welcome. Thank you for visiting my camp. I have been waiting for quite a while, but only as long as I needed to." For the cards,
For us
Are
particularly?
you waiting for us? Yeah.
yes, the cards told me you would be coming. And the cards, their message is hard to decipher. But I find that they are never wrong. And she deals out 5 cards in front of you and says, "And do not worry about your friend with the dyed hair." And she gives you a very, very obvious wink. She doesn't need to be. Your Mother Eva will tell no one about your precious cargo.
I'm not.
Well, that's good.
Thank
Well,
you.
Thank you for that. Yes. My eyebrows slightly intrigued now.
Just your eyebrows intrigued?
Only slightly.
Okay.
The eyebrows are shooketh.
And she says, yes, the threads of fate, they tell Mother Eva and a lot of my kind quite a few things, but deciphering their language, their message, it is very tiring. I do hope Vasil and everyone else has been as warm welcoming as they usually are. I don't have any fear because Vasil does love his travelers.
No. They've been very nice to us.
Nothing but hospitality.
Good, I would expect nothing less from my little Vasil. I do not know how much longer I will be in this world, but whenever the time comes for me to join with my ancestors, I feel that he will be the one to lead them. But forgive an old woman for rambling. And as she shuffles the card in front of you, she points to Rovir and says, "Pick one, Rovir. Let us see what the cards have in store for you. Will it tell you your purpose?"
Okay. These are the 5 cards that you have right there on the screen.
Yes, so what I would like you to do is to double click one of them to let me know which one you're going to turn over.
All right.
And then I want you to roll. Let's see, what is the number? One out. See if you can type roll 1d40, 40,
Type roll 1d40.
and see what that gives. Because I don't know how else to deal a deck of cards. It's not a 50.
You could do it on the
card
left
deck,
side
so.
too.
Okay.
If you click the little dice symbol on the left side of the screen, you can pick the kind of dice you want to roll.
Yeah, that's. But I was just guessing 40 because I don't know if you can do more.
So I have 20 and 100, and then where do I?
Yeah. What if you? I want you to type out. Well, let me see if it does for me. Yep, it doesn't roll a physical die, but so just type out /roll 1d40.
That's interesting.
Would it all be just all together?
Now, which one do you wish to uncover?
Let's go with that one. Did it do anything? There we go.
Okay, let me. Did that unveil?
Yes, it did.
She goes,
Yeah.
Yes. This tells me that there is a treasure to be sought. It is hidden behind the sun in the house of a saint.
Hidden behind the sun in the house of a saint. Where might I find this house? Is it close? Is it far?
I cannot tell you anything more. This is all the cards have told me. But remember these words, and when you uncover such a place, the words will ring out in your head.
Treasure in the sun behind the house of a saint. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Torga, please, dear, pick another card.
Okay then.
Oh no, not that one. I'm joking.
He says, "Ah, yes. This is the wizard card. This tells me to look for a wizard's tower on the lake. A treasure awaits for you there. Let the name and servant guide you to that of which you seek."
Wizard's tower on the name and remember that. Thank you very much. Appreciate.
Rick, my instrument playing friend. Let's see what the cards have in store for you. And I realized, crap, I didn't have you roll, so I didn't know if to switch that out. Oh well.
Oh, I'm
Now
sorry.
roll a 1D. No, I didn't have Torger roll.
Oh, I rolled.
Oh wait, yeah, you did. Sorry. Derp, 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 derp. Go ahead, roll. Blah, 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 blah.
Just type roll 1d40.
Yes. I may
No,
have got
slash roll. Sorry.
Yes. Sorry, I may have gotten that card mixed up, but either way, what is said is said.
Did it do it? Yeah.
There we go.
Man. Do you have it set to make our rolls low?
To make us suck.
She goes, "The trader." Well, I would
Trader
say
or
look to
traitor?
the trader, as in merchant.
Okay.
Look to the wizard of wines. In the wood and sand, the treasure hides.
The wooden what?
Look to the wizard of wines. In the wood and sand, the treasure hides. So then she points to Vale. So, "Ah, yes, my quiet friend. Pick one of the last two."
Vale sort of looks at her for a second and then steps up to the table and points to the center card.
All right, roll.
It's slash roll d40, right? Oh yeah, baby.
Okay. "Ah, the Raven. I see an ally for you and your team. A fallen paladin of a fallen order of knights. He lingers like a ghost in a dead dragon's lair."
Fallen knight?
Paladin from a fallen order of knights. She goes, "Ah, Carrick, there is only one card, for you do not get to choose, but sometimes that is fate. So go ahead and turn it over."
I know that too well. I flip her over.
Roll.
Oh yeah. You got a 1? Good job.
I did, yeah.
Let's see. Yes, nobody above 20. Couldn't crack that halfway mark.
I see that you will meet Strahd, And when the time comes, look to his mother's tomb.
Vale looks at her and asks, "What's the card?"
The card says ghost. As the death of his mother, despite the fact that he is an undead abomination, the death of his mother is something that still haunts the creature.
Mother. Right. All right.
Alright, we'll take a break while Will's wife gets his attention. I'm gonna go refill my drink real quick.
Bogey. Carrot got the best treasure of them all. Someone's mom. I just noticed Cheetoh in the chat. Oh, that's great.
And as she looks at the cards, are you back, Will?
Not yet.
I think, not yet. I was gonna ask what mine said again so I could write it down. Random person asking for invite to Destiny and Bungie.
Which one did you pick?
Mine was the bottom, the ghost.
The ghost was, when the time comes to fight Strahd, look in his mother's tomb.
Alright. There's a sexual innuendo in there. I don't like it.
Yeah, I started taking notes part of the way through. I caught everyone's except for Rolvier's.
Well, I wrote mine down.
Mine, I believe, was there is a treasure in the sun behind the house of a saint.
I put it in the chat of all of them.
Hooray, because I did not keep my word.
Copy that?
Yeah, I thought I remembered it being behind the sun.
The note that I put was Wizard's Tower on the lake, something and servant something something.
What was Rolvier's card?
My card?
The card is a monk. So, Avion, remember when you asked me what was in the big old Curse of Strahd expanded edition thing? It was, you get like an actual large Taroka deck like this.
That's cool.
And that's one thing I'm like, spoilers, I'll tell you later, but there's some other stuff.
Hot spoilers ahead.
but it has some posters, some prints, a GM screen specifically for the types of things you need to know checks for in this.
Dokie.
It's got, like, you can see on there a Barovian postcard.
Right, sorry about that. Look to the Wizard of Wines and wood and sand the treasure hides. Wood and sand. Ow.
And she goes, looking at the cards, they tell you where strong items can be found, as well as allies, and even a place to take on Lord Strahd himself. The cards seem to think that conflict is inevitable. You are not here just to be traders or playthings for Lord Strahd. There is certainly a much bigger purpose. But not even the cards will tell me if you will succeed.
Noted.
And at this point, she asks you to shut the curtains in her car, or for her cart. Would you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we stay inside?
She is, she gestured just to have them shut. She wouldn't let me
Okay.
leave. And then she gestures for you all to come closer. And as you do, she says, we are supposed to remain neutral, for no harm has come to us. If we were to raise our fists against him, any treaty or peace would most assuredly be broken. And we are not in any position to fight whatever he has become. So I cannot officially help you, but I pray you are able to end the madness that has befallen these lands.
I guess in the endless night and, people never being able to leave. Correct?
Among several other things, it would be nice for the souls to finally be put at rest instead of traveling around each and every time. It is difficult to watch the soulless go about life.
Vale looks at her and asks, was their son here prior to Strahd?
Oh yes, Barovia, while not a huge land, was certainly beautiful. It is one of the reasons why Strahd desired it for his own. The day that Strahd became what he is now is the last day that sun ever shone on this land. This land not part of the actual world.
Interesting. Do you know how Strahd was stricken with this curse?
All I know is he performed a very terrible task for a very terrible being. A very Faustian bargain was made that day. I said I was not there, but it was also, I believe, the day of his brother's wedding, if legends are to be believed.
I also have a...
Why, yes. Madam Ava will answer anything that she can.
Our traveling companion. You referred to her as precious cargo. Why is that?
Because Lord Strahd wants her. She must be very valuable indeed. The cards tell me that she has been running for a long time. Even longer than she knows.
And that's all the cards tell you?
That is all they have told Eva for now, my dear.
Bubba,
Thank you.
I know.
He's being needy.
But that is all that I had need of for you this evening. Again, you are more than welcome to sleep, to stay, to do whatever you like here in our camp.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Think
Again, hospitality. More than.
especially in this creepy forest.
Brick nods at her, kind of mouths "thank you," and then pops the top to a wine bottle that he found.
Found.
Found. She knows.
I look at him and I go, really? Really?
Brick just kind of tilts the bottle ever so slightly and gestures. You want some?
No.
Maybe later, my dear.
Are the curtains covering the doorway on that way out?
Yes.
Okay. Brick, moves towards the doorway. Of course, he still has his, bagpipes there, but they get kind of caught on the curtain, so he wrestles with that on the way out.
Athletics check. Athletics check.
Watch it be my 20. Watch it be my 20.
Close.
It was a 2.
Oh, these rolls are amazing.
My dice are loaded. What the hell? So not only is he a little tangled up in the curtains, but he kind of stumbles on the steps as well.
Oh.
One of the security, not security, but other people standing outside come and help untangle you. And it's just, yes, this way, my friend. This way. Like it
Thanks.
is.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, your left. No, other left. Yes.
Towards
yes.
the water?
No.
Oh, no. The fire.
Stop touching. No, we don't need. No. Okay.
It's stuck. Okay. All right. We're good.
This way, you go sit down. You might have had too much to drink, my friend, and just
Is there such a thing?
sleep off the night.
Okay. All right. Fine.
No such thing as too much to drink.
You okay, Pat?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was hearing you snore or something again.
Oh, no. No, I'm awake.
Okay. Maybe I was hearing jazz in the background. I don't know.
She's at my feet, so you might hear her.
Ah, okay. Could've sworn I heard something.
Just as a picture of Pie Granny stabbing it over and over again.
Also could have been Bubba.
Fast.
So Vasil comes over. He's just like, so, did you have a good meeting with Madame Eva? You don't need to tell me what she says. What was said in there is between you two. But I hope it was a pleasurable experience.
Pleasurable, if a bit spooky still.
It's a little bit more
Yes.
pleasurable for some than others. And I just look over at Brick.
He's just kind of standing there, laughing to himself. Is there a pile of or a box of wine nearby?
Box of wine.
a pile of wine.
Pile of wine. Just what I meant is a stockpile of boxes of wine is what I meant.
Is there a bushel of wine, sir?
Are there some Boda bricks nearby?
How many stones of wine do you have?
No, I was actually asking. Do I need to do like a...
But seriously, where's this wine?
I want to inspect a wine bottle.
We do still have wine for you, my friend. I do ask to please go a little bit easy. The wine reserves have been running a little bit low in certain places, so we are trying to ration it a little bit. Do not get me wrong, you are guests and we will celebrate tonight, to be sure. But we just ask that you go a little bit easy on it is all.
I just handbrick one of my tin water skins of wine.
Did you get 10?
I purchased them before we left.
My jeez.
Brick nods and says thank you.
I think there's 4 pints in each water skin, so there's 4 pints of wine for you.
That'll last me a couple of minutes. Brick toddles off to find a secretive place to evacuate some liquid.
Some wine.
Oh, I thought you were going to say find a secret place to be with the wine.
No.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to be alone with the wine. Are you going to drink all of it? Yes. I don't want you drinking anymore tonight. Okay, fine. I'm going to go out to drink
The woods.
Lenny and Carl. Reference for Pat. Don't worry about it. So is there anything else you guys would like to do before hitting the old hay?
I think Vale has had enough and is looking for some sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Turn in for the eve, if you will.
Do we need to keep watch or anything?
Rizio says, no, my friends. In my personal opinion, we have not needed to keep watch for a very long time. Again, nothing really bothers us. While not every single creature in the domain is under Strahd's control, there is certainly an understanding that as the favored of all of the inhabitants, if something happens to us, Strahd will not be happy with them. So, if it would make you feel comfortable, we certainly can. But I do not feel it is needed.
Okay.
Phil's gonna wait for him to kind of walk away and then turn to the group and say, I think we should set up a watch amongst ourselves.
I look to Vale and I go, after the pie incident, probably a very good...
These people are
That's
very
important.
generous, but we still don't know really anything about them.
And not only that, but they may not be bothered, but we are not part of that group. So who knows what will come after us?
That's true, and we do have a target on our backs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Rolvir will volunteer to take first watch.
I will take first watch with Rovir.
In case he goes by med.
Somebody has to watch.
I think
I'll take second shift.
Brick is incapable of doing first watch, at least. Maybe.
Pick's probably passed out by now.
I was gonna say he's like passed out in the dirt, but I don't think he'd get a good rest that way. So
Yeah,
He's on top of a box of wine.
he barely like touched the water skin. Like he opened it, took a little sip, and just already passed out.
just kind of slid down one of the depending on the height, one of the stakes for the tent he's next to. Just kind of sitting there. Why does this always happen, Brick?
Your neck's stuck to the side because you have the really bad cramp.
The eye patches are weighing that side of my head down.
That's why you gotta balance it out. Wear both eye patches. One on each eye.
I'm Blindbeard the pirate.
Are we? Are we taking out a tent, or are they letting us stay in the tent? I may have missed that.
I think they're giving us somewhere to sleep.
Okay.
They certainly are.
I just think we ought to keep watch amongst ourselves, just because we don't know anything about these people, really.
Well, what we can do is we can just the two people, whoever's on watch, we can just. I mean, we don't want to make it obvious, like, oh, we're on watch. I mean, you can just relax and just keep a sharp eye out. And then when other people rest, switch on over. And if they ask, hey, does it seem like we're taking watches? To be like, no, we take shorter rests based being on the road.
Alright. Vale looks at the group and says, I can take whatever shift hasn't been taken already.
So far, second and third are wide open. The two drunkies have already gone. So I assume possible third for them.
I can go ahead and take first shift.
Well, how about we split
I
it
thought
into
roll
two?
beer.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Because
Oh, I thought
how
you said
about-
that was available.
how about we split it into two shifts? It's because I don't know if they're going to wake up for a while. So we can just take first, then they can wake up, take second. There's enough people here, we can just keep an eye out, and that should help us get at least enough rest.
I'm fine with that.
Rolvir?
Yep.
Alright then.
So our group's decided?
Yep.
Yeah.
First shift roll.
Perception? Or?
Yep.
It was decided, but just double checking. Am I second shift?
I think we're gonna just do two shifts because the two
Yeah, but
drunks are already
First
they're
shift
gone.
was
so.
you and Rolvir. Is that how it worked out?
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to join us, and then the other two, once they woke up, they would be second shift and rest.
Yeah, so I'm on second shift, it sounds like.
Rolling perception.
So +3 is 20.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Rover just really wants some pie, man. He's real distracted.
No one notices anything throughout their shift.
Thank God. I'm going to bed now.
Okay. Some, nice chatting. Yeah. Nice. Go.
Okay, so they're waking us up.
Yep.
Vale kind of roll over. Did you guys see anything? Any activity from the Vistani?
Absolutely nothing. Now get out there.
Okay. I never moved my guy over. Vale will set up shop. So Vale is more interested in the Vistani themselves, and in particular, there's a couple of characters. This one down here with the hood that's just kind of hanging out behind the carriages. I'm not sure where everyone went off, if there are still people up drinking and reveling, or if the rest of the Vistani camp has gone to sleep.
I guess this would have been more first shift, but people just sort of slowly tire out. No one does any one thing that's suspicious or anything. They're walking around like this guy has been doing his thing. He hasn't just been staying there the whole night or anything.
So the by the time the second shift comes up, everyone has kind of disappeared into their various tents.
For the most part, there might be one or two people putting some things away, making sure that the fires are put out properly for the evening, blowing out some of the candles is, last awake, taking the responsibility to fix shit, stuff like that.
Okay. Let me do a perception roll.
Yep, same, nothing special at all.
Okay. Well,
Almost like these guys are harmless.
yeah, and that may be true. We just didn't know.
Till they stab us in the back.
So we gotta kill them before they hate us.
So can we
Yeah.
go ahead?
Yeah.
Can we go
That's
ahead
what
and
logic says.
click our long rest buttons?
Yup, you guys get a really good night.
Yes.
There's a long rest button?
Well,
That's
I
usually
use
the drunk.
I use D&D Beyond with a
Oh.
mod that lets it talk to Roll20. I like their character sheets better.
Cool. I guess I'm technically standing in water there. Brick, having not served any purpose over the night, gets up and walks out toward the water, and gets rid of more wine.
And as you get up, a couple of the Vistani are already up and already cooking breakfast. And as you guys are waking up, meandering your way over, Dill says, "Ah, yes. Good morning, my friends. We have a very lovely breakfast ready for you. We have this wonderful assortment of pies." No, I kid.
Yeah.
It will mainly be what last night. I apologize. I like to make a joke from time to time. And in that vein, Rolvier, I need you to give me a roll, and it really needs to not be a 1.
What am I giving you? Perception?
No,
Constitution.
yes.
Okay. Well, maybe it's been nice knowing you all, but here goes.
Oh my gosh!
Thank God.
So, Rolvier, I have some bad news. You
You need to roll
not
20.
You do not want or desire to eat pies anymore.
That's good news.
Well, I mean, I guess it's bad news to me because I don't get to have fun anymore. So, yes, I guess it is good for you.
Till we see Pie Lady again.
Our experiment.
Yeah.
But your memory of the pie lady has completely vanished from your mind.
Oh no!
No, no, I'm kidding. She's still there. You have a hate boner for her that knows no bounds.
It's even
Boner.
more intense now.
So do we? Are we all aware of
It
this?
will last longer than 4 hours.
Oh.
What did someone ask? Sorry?
Salt your cleric.
Are we all aware of this?
Aware of what?
That Rolvier now doesn't want any more pie. Does he look any visibly different?
No, he's not really twitchy anymore. He wakes up, he's feeling refreshed over the whole ordeal.
I would assume unless he wants to tell us.
Man.
I mean, Rolvier may not put it in these words, but I mean, the real pies are the friends he made along the way.
Vale looks over.
I mean,
at,
this is true,
at
but man,
Rolvier.
did I want to murder a pie granny.
Vale looks over at Rolvier and asks, "How are you feeling?"
Fine. Fit as a fiddle.
You're not sweating anymore?
Interesting.
You know, no cravings?
And Vale pulls his notebook out and starts making notes.
Do you want a normal breakfast?
To build a
Yes,
snowman.
please.
Cured of the pies.
Interesting.
No more pie sweats.
What is normal breakfast? Is there pancakes?
Like a sausage and bean.
Wait,
Sausage,
why,
probably more
why don't
sausage.
we ask the Vistani first before we start volunteering options? Since
This
they're
is a
probably
buffet
going to
style.
be providing us with whatever we're going to eat.
Well, I mean something besides pie for breakfast. That's what I mean. Pie's not normal for breakfast. Maybe.
Did they bring?
Jeffrey's
I like how...
He did say pie. He said pie and then said he was joking. But what did they end up bringing?
You just sort of see in a lot of cast iron skillets, some bacon, potatoes,
Paella.
Paella?
eggs.
You said cast iron skillet. Paella is the first thing that came to my mind.
Olay.
And whatever Romani people eat for breakfast, since that's what these characters are representations of.
Is there any coffee?
Coffee, I would say, exists. Coffee has existed for a very long time in civilization, so I don't see a reason there wouldn't be coffee. I don't know if coffee beans need sunlight or
Where
a
did
lot
they get
of
the
it to grow.
beans? Yeah.
Just grabs a bunch of
nocturnal
beans and shoves them in his mouth.
For all here, we'll have bacon and coffee.
Heartburn.
While you're eating, Vasil goes up to Torga during, and he says, I have spoken to Madam Ava, and if you could do us a small favor, I believe we could give you a larger favor. We have 3 horses that we could give you to your group to make your way to Valaki. If you are able to return them to us, all that needs to be done is look at them and say a word, and they shall return to us. If we lend you the horses, would you be able to do this for us?
I respond. That is very generous of you. I think we can definitely manage to look at it and say a word. What word would we speak to?
Look at them right in the eyes and say, Rayma.
So it would be Rayma?
In our language, it means return. There is an enchantment that will help guide them to us. They all 3 will go together. And if there is trouble, they will make it back on their own.
Okay. Look them in the eye. Say, Rayma, come back. I will not tell this to Brick. I think we'll be good.
All right. Then the horses are yours. At least for just the time being.
Thank you.
Again, thank you.
Who,
That is
who
very generous.
Who is around? He asked this particularly of Torga. Who is around? Is anyone else here?
Brick at this point would be the closest. Give me a perception roll.
Let's see. Totally heard it, but maybe a little wrong.
That you would be 10 feet away, and he's talking lightly. You heard something about horses
Awesome.
and returning them.
So we don't get to keep them?
That gently rub my temple. Yes, we can't keep them, Brick.
Brick stops off and goes to look at the horses.
Vale's gonna kind of wander over after having slowly enjoyed his breakfast and say, "Looks like he just offered us horses."
That he did, Vale.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he ask anything in return?
The only thing he asked was for us to return them by using a special word.
And that's it? That
What was the
feels
special word?
That feels like a pretty one-sided deal. He doesn't want us to do anything?
No, with this word, the horses will return on their own.
Just seems like there's a lot of risk on their end that they would want something from us.
Magic.
I mean, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
A literal.
Literally, indeed.
This is the exact thing what that is about. This entire situation. That expression. This. Right now. Living it.
I just don't often see a gift given without some expectation of something in return. Makes me a little uncomfortable.
Well, we have stumbled into this. They have showed us nothing but hospitality. We have been told about treasure by, Mistress Ava. And you're surprised that they're giving us horses.
Yeah.
Also,
And I have no faith.
Every gift comes with a pie.
Free pie.
Oh, well then,
Yeah.
sweet.
The last gift we got for free was a set of pies. just saying.
Well, I mean, we have two choices essentially. We can walk the rest of the way, or we can this gift and it's these horses.
Well, I'm not saying we give him back. I'm not gonna go give him a hard time about it. I'm just saying there's something that he's not telling us here, or
Hey, you gave us those horses? Yes. Fuck you.
All right.
Fucking pricks.
All right. Okay.
I got something you can do with your horses right here.
Well, then let me do an insight check. After I can do an insight check. See his intent. 22.
This is just the Vistani way.
Good veil. I just hold my arms up. Shrug.
Phil does not want to walk to Valaki, but he is cautious of this.
Veil is not what?
Does not want to walk to Valaki, but he just makes note.
Okay. Well, then Phil can ride on the side of the saddlebag. It's been settled.
Also, this morning the fog is starting to clear across the land, and in the distance, this is what you see.
Ooh.
And yeah, there are houses there. I couldn't find a better picture. Pretend that it's more of just the pool and all that. Sorry.
How was that castle built?
Carefully.
Best.
Rick is over by the horses, by the way. And you can just see him, staring into the eyes of the horse.
You want to get drunk?
And thinking.
You want to get drunk.
He's not saying anything. He's just staring very intently in the eyes of the horse.
He just looks at the horse. Then
Your
looks down
name
at
is
the,
Bartholomew.
Perfect name.
and your name is Gerald.
That one's name is Robert Paulson. Do I get it? In Barovia, we don't have names, except him. He's Robert Paulson.
It's a blast from the past.
Oh, I love that movie so much. One day I'm going to read the book.
I just look over at Brick in the distance.
I think I have the book.
That is the reason that he is not knowing the.
The reason that what?
You heard nothing.
I did not.
We came across this camp. Were we taking the shortcut?
Yes.
So we came across this camp is on the shortcut path, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, when you make the right, you see it say Sarahpool, TSCR.
Yeah.
So, book-wise, this is where you guys technically hit level 4, so yeah, it wasn't a big deal that we just did it beforehand.
Yeah, it's fine. And I got all my spell slots back because I slept.
Right. Fresh. Dope. Now, just a quick, the pronunciation. It was Raymond, right?
Say again? You got an echo again.
It was Raymond, right?
Rayma.
Long claws, dog.
And before you leave, he comes up to you and goes, and I know you said you're going to Valaki. You have... do you know how to get there, my friends?
We have a
Kinda,
map
not really.
that shows. So Vale will pull out the map, or I don't know who's carrying it, but it says we were given a map when we were asked to escort our friend to Valaki, and this is what we're working with.
And he looks and goes, yes, this is about as accurate as you can get. But yes, just take the old Svalich road. Do not deviate, my friends. As I say, you do not wish to be too close to Castle Ravenloft unless you are given an invitation.
Noted.
We will have to pass Castle Ravenloft as we exit this this path here. It'll be our shortest pass, our closest pass by the castle. Do you know if there's anything we need to be aware of as we pass through that section of the road?
Just the road will come to a very sharp fork. Keep going left, do not go right. In fact, any forks, stick to the right. But also, when you get to Valaki, be on your guard. Us Vistani aren't exactly allowed over there. They seem to think that because we do not curse his name and we do not hate him, that we are in leagues with Strahd. And I can tell you that is not the case. So, a lot of us just steer clear of that place.
Did you mean stick to the left? Because you said always move to the left, stick to the right. I just wanted to make.
Yeah, I said that wrong. So he would trace along and say, do not go right to Castle Ravenloft. But other than that, you would want to keep making right turns.
Okay. Want to make.
Nope, you're right. I misspoke.
While we're there, Vale's gonna point to the second fork in the road and say, when we first arrived in this land, we stopped at a house that had a symbol of a windmill on several pieces of it around the house. That doesn't, by chance... Do you know if this windmill on this second fork holds any significance in the land?
It is a place of great power and great evil. I would not go there if I were you.
Are there others? Or was it fair to assume that those symbols were referencing this windmill?
Well, I cannot say. Where did you... You said you came in to Barovia. Where?
It was just outside
show
of
me
the
an
town of Barovia. It was a home that had been destroyed by some rituals, maybe, that the mother was performing.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
goes, yes, I believe that home was a powerful, noble family. And while there were reports that they carried out some horrific deeds in that house, but that windmill is a place of something far worse.
Oh, actually, Vale reaches into his bag and pulls out the hilt of the sword. The blade had crumbled, but he still has the hilt. This is the symbol I'm talking about. And he shows the hilt with the windmill on it.
Yes, that is what I was referencing. That is their symbol. And as I said, I have never been inside. I have no desire to see. But if that house, if the things that I heard that are said in rumor are true of that house, but yet the windmill is the source of that power, that we have stayed away and the few times we have crossed that way, I would try to go the entire opposite way around if it meant avoiding that windmill. Through the mountains, through the lakes, through everything. Dealing with whatever creature is beyond.
Interesting. And Vale kind of puts the map away and tucks the sword hilt back into his bag. Thank you.
Anytime, my friend.
Are we gonna mount up?
How are we doing this? We got, well, is it 6 people?
2 and
Yes.
By the way, I've been doing Natural Explorer wrong. Never mind. My bad. Stupid.
Alright, so we got to double up.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay. So,
Brick, you can ride with me.
Yes. Poor horse.
Yeah, so Vale Vale walks over and grabs 3 reeds of grass or whatever, 3 strands of grass near him, and reaches his hand out to Carrick first and says, pull one.
So I pull one.
Roll like a d20.
Doing.
Ooh. Big money, big money.
Fancy.
So you
No
drew
whammy.
the longest strand of grass. Vale turns to Torga and says, pull one.
Sorry, I went out of turn.
okay.
You gotta roll a d20.
Gotta get it out of the way there, Brick.
Ooh, you pulled a short one. Alright. Points his hand towards Brick. Brick, pull one.
Alright, I'm gonna re-roll, sorry. Come on.
Come on.
Okay.
It's better than my practice roll.
Roll Veer.
Alright.
And then he's gonna hand the last 2, hand one over to Irina. Cheetoh, I guess roll for Irina. And that leaves Vale. Oh goodness.
Oh.
With a long one.
Oh no. What do we do?
So, I think that just rolled a 20, because I don't see the...
Oh, it did.
dialogue.
I didn't
Yeah.
type D/roll D20. There we
Ah.
go.
I mean, you were almost able to cheat, but...
All right.
A for
So
effort. A for effort.
shortest rides with longest, and we go in from there. So Vale and Carrick will ride together. Rolvier
Torga
and Torga, and then Irina and Brick.
perfect.
Yes, for Arena.
I'm so sorry, Irina. You were free to slap anything that touches you.
And hop. Do I have to do an athletics check to get on this horse since I'm a dwarf?
I think we all do.
No, I think you'd be fine.
I'm
Tell
gonna
the
take
horse
the
where to
front
go.
veil
Does
so
anyone
you
know how to ride a
can see
horse?
over me.
Hop on and you go. I mean,
Yeah.
I have animal handling.
Follow her lead.
I'm not proficient. I mean, we could do animal handling.
Do we even roll animal handling to direct the horse?
The horses would be quite tame, and you wouldn't have to worry about much.
Yes.
Good. Perfect.
I'm gonna roll it anyway. Yeah, Vale shouldn't direct the horse.
Vale gets bucked off immediately.
Yeah, Vale tries to jump up on the horse, and the horse just steps out of the way, and Vale falls on his ass.
Alright.
I've got a good feeling about my next roll, so I'm not going to waste it on animal handling.
Put that one in the pocket.
We don't want a repeat of Lancelot.
The dog was sus.
I read someone else on r/Curse of Strahd that Lancelot, the group wanted to keep him the whole time, and what the DM did was just Strahd used that to scry on the group from the get-go. I was like, oh, that's so good.
Oh, wow.
You guys get to the first main intersection. You look to the right, and you can certainly see Castle Barovia over to your right. You continue on the path you were told.
Let's see. Go right and face the darkness and death, or go left and face light and happiness. I say we go left.
G-Code was watching our
You were-
stream as a pregame to Critical Role. That's a lot of D&D, man.
Gosh.
All D all the time.
At work, I watch stuff on Raid Shadow Legends while playing Raid Shadow Legends. Only to come home and play Raid Shadow
Yeah,
Legends.
I see a lot of advertisements for Raid Shadow Legends from Destiny.
Yo, dog, I heard you like Raid Shadow Legends.
Everyone fucking here sees advertisements for that. I wish I didn't like it. The company is such a shit, but it's such a fun game.
But you love it.
Somebody who plays Diablo 2 Resurrected, I feel you.
Where did you say
Yeah.
we got to on the map?
The like little bridge thing there.
Oh, the
Yeah,
bridge.
past the
Okay.
bridge.
Yeah.
Like you come to the first fork to get back on the main road,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that you get to a very obvious fork that shows to the right is Castle Ravenloft, and to the left is the path that you're supposed to be on.
Is there like a sign?
And
that
there's
says
that creepy wood
Castle Ravenloft?
map. The map.
Are you so? How long did it take us to get there? I think it was like a day or so to get from Barovia to where we were at the Vistani camp, right?
Yeah, it took about 6-7 hours. You guys fought, you rested, you healed up a little bit. And then when you got there, you just sort of had a good early evening to calling it quits. But get back to the main road would have been about 3 hours. Getting to that main fork would have been about another 2. So 5 hours have passed.
Okay.
And if you guys continue left,
To the left.
All
Everything
singly.
in the box
So-
to the left.
So we left kind of early morning, so we're looking at about noon. We get to that fork at Castle Ravenloft about early afternoon, 1 sometime.
It's time to eat some provisions. I'm not.
Yeah, we're probably looking to maybe make it a little past the fork and then maybe break and have something to eat. Rest for a little bit, give the horses a rest.
All right. So you guys. So let's see.
Maybe
yeah,
get up to
especially
where
where-
we can get up to where there's a nice some nice tree coverage where we can get off the road and kind of get out of visibility a little bit.
Yeah, it's fairly easy to do. Again, this path is well traveled, so you can find, remnants of what someone else has done in that exact same situation. So you guys have lunch, and then as you're going, you come to the intersection, and on the left, still a little bit in the distance, it's not quite as big.
Okay. Do we have any food with us? Probably should have brought some food
Okay,
from the Vistani camp.
They would have given you something, and again, Irina got food and rations for a day or two from the crashed cart.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so I guess we go off into the woods, make our camp, take a rest for a little bit, eat, and then get back on the road? Yeah?
Yep, and soon you come to... And in the distance, you can see a fairly tattered but working windmill.
Dreaded windmill.
It's running?
Slowly, but yes.
How far off the road is it?
Didn't they say not to go to the windmill?
I was going to say that.
We're just looking at the windmill.
Please do anything to avoid the windmill.
I'm very curious about the windmill, but I don't want to go there right now because we got a job that we're doing.
It's about
But the windmill's here.
a fifth to a tenth of a mile.
Okay, this is fairly close. Do we, feel anything? Does it feel creepy, or has the air, is the air more stagnant?
Perception check.
That guy gave off a lot of weird vibes about the windmill.
Doing a perception check on the windmill.
Percept that windmill.
Yeah, I'm gonna just I'm gonna do an investigation check. I'm just
Oh.
I guess it's perception. I don't know. Which one should I roll? I'm looking at it, trying to look for anything interesting.
Hellfish
Sure.
notices that there aren't. It's very quiet. There aren't nearly as many birds chirping or doing anything like that. I would say Aviant notices that too. Irina flat out says just, I don't want to go here. I feel
Yeah,
the
I think we
would
should-
be much safer.
I don't
with
want
it.
to. I don't want to take Arena there, but I might.
I just say I'm bored.
I might want to circle back here. I'm very curious.
Maybe once we deliver Irina, we could come back. About that. Will that satisfy you, Vale?
Oh, I haven't said anything out loud. I'm just looking at it. We need to get Arena
Sorry,
to
didn't realize.
Galaki.
Again, I
So you
just
guys
say I'm
keep
bored.
going? So you guys do not go to the windmill.
No, not right now.
I
think.
No, right now.
no.
Vale looks at
I'm
it
still bored.
very curiously, but I think Vale's thought process is we need to get Irina to Valaki, and whatever's in there, I don't want to drag her with us. We're looking at it.
I just look at Vale. I just go, oh my God, Vale, I'm so bored. Let's go.
And Irina nods her head in agreement. Yes. I think that is for the best. And she says, at this point, and she brings out the map, we probably want to push it a little bit if we want to make it before it gets too late in the day. A regular gallop should be fine, but we do want to hurry a little bit. We have about maybe 4 hours at a good pace before we get to Valaki.
Well, let's do it.
Go.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
All right, and as you guys are going,
Perfect.
as you guys are riding again, this day has been pretty uneventful for you. No real monsters, nothing really coming after you. Haven't seen anything. Almost as if some things are staying away from the area. But who am I to say?
Dun,
Not like I'm running shit.
dun.
Staying away from the area. What area? Like us?
What's the area you just passed?
The windmill, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor Irina.
What's Dorothy having a conniption over?
I don't know.
He rolled a performance roll.
Oh, it's performance roll.
Oh, don't you have something that increases speed, or is that not hard?
Yeah, there's a,
If I had
built-
taken it, yeah, but no, I do not.
Okay. So do you guys take her advice on getting a good gallop?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys go ahead, and you soon approach the gates of Valaki.
Hey.
Sorry about
That's a creepy town.
I love it.
As you get to the gates, they are certainly closed off. And you see a couple people in front of you, and there are some guards asking questions. Give me a perception check.
Group perception
Da,
tech.
Da, da, da.
Ask.
Man, my rolls
Nice.
have been real good tonight.
Welcome to the club.
I've rolled 2 ones tonight.
All right.
As we roll up to the town, Vale's just like, God, my ass hurts.
Durf, roll a d4. Same with Avion.
Yeah. We did it.
You hear the guards ask a set of questions. The first questions are name. The second question is what weapons do you have on your person? You can't make out what the third question is, but the fourth question you hear as them asking their opinion of Strahd. But you don't hear their answers.
These are for the people like ahead of us?
Yes.
So, turn to the party to tell them, oh, I heard some of the questions they were being asked. So they were asked their names, or asked what weapons they were carrying. One question couldn't hear. The last one, their opinion of Strahd. That's probably be the most.
Yeah. Well, didn't we? Irina's brother sent us here because there was a strong sort of opposition to Strahd in this town, right? So
Yes.
I think the right answer would be that we don't like him.
Why don't we ask Irina?
And as the book text is, the old Svalich road meanders into a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against the wall as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy wooden gates, with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are a half-dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them.
Pleasant.
Werewolves.
Well, like wolves about as much as sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Vale wants to look at those wolf heads and decide if they're werewolf heads.
The heads are mainly small. A couple a bit larger, maybe humanoid.
All right, so are we at the gate?
Yep, a few more people go in. You make your way up here, and the guard stops you and just goes up to you. All right, halt. He looks over you. What are your names?
All 6 of us, or is he looking at one of the horses in particular?
He's looking at all of you. Like, you guys are traveling together, same horses, same looking horses. He's assuming you all are together.
Vale's gonna look over and kind of nudge Irina. So what do we say?
She says, give them your names. I won't give them mine, but just give them your names. This place is very strict. Just be honest with them.
Rovier says, "Hi, I'm SpongeBob SquarePants."
Deception.
They force pie into his mouth.
I am Garrick Dornick.
Torga
What was
and
that? Didn't make it out.
Garrick Tornak.
He writes it down, and then he looks up again.
Vale looks at him and says, I'm Ivelios.
Ivelios. All right. Next.
I look up. Torga and Bahart.
And is that with an E or an A? I got the toy. Is it ember like fire or amber like the gem?
Look at my eyes and you decide. I just look very angry right now.
I'm colorblind. I can't see. Is it with an E or an A that your last name starts with?
E.
Thank you, miss. All right, next.
Rolvier looks up. Rolvier.
Oh. Yeah. Looks at Irina. All right, and you, miss. Irina just goes, The Misty. He looks at her, but shrugs. Misty. And goes, is that all of you?
Nope.
So. Oh, that's right. Yep. How can we forget?
Yeah.
Brick
How
just
could we
awkwardly
forget?
grinning behind her on the horse.
Oh.
He's
And
kind of
one
leaning out. The name's Brick Barrelhaven.
All right. What weapons do you got on each of your person?
Got a mean set of bagpipes.
All right. What next?
These hands.
You
Some-
seriously have no. You've never said. You have not said you've put anything away. So I feel like you would all. If you're using melee weapons, they would be obvious on your person.
He has a sharpened wit.
I said these hands.
Good sir.
I can see that hole there.
It's like he's holding the weapons as he goes, "Oh,
I point at my one-handed and two-handed warhammer.
He says, "I'll need to look to inspect it. Don't worry, you'll get it right back."
Just nod and hand him over. Simple inspection.
He looks at him, does like a little knocking thing, like he sort of knows what's going on, and he writes it down, something down on his little clipboard, hands it back for both.
Rollbeer shows the steward his great axe, light hammer, and javelin.
Well, he would reach for them to look and inspect them over.
And then, as he's inspecting those,
Are you letting him do that? Because I thought you were saying you only showed it to him. I'm saying he is going to try to, not aggressively, but try to take them to inspect them. And would you allow that, Hellfish?
He can do that as long as he gives them back.
He looks them over and he gives them back.
Brick pulls the rapier out of its sheath and hands it down, and then he removes the dagger from the opposite side of his waist, and then from beneath his overcoat he pulls out the hand crossbow, and I think that's it. I keep forgetting I have a hand crossbow.
And again, he looks it all over and hands every single thing back. He makes notes of stuff right next to each and every one of your individual names. And I think that's everything. So then he goes, "All right, what's your purpose in Valaki?"
we're here to deliver some precious cargo."
To whom?
Valaki itself.
What's the cargo? I don't see anything.
The cargo is in.
Brick pulls out 2 flasks of oil. Says, "These."
To whom?
Dave. That was his name, right?
Yeah. Villa chimes
Yes,
in and
Dave.
says, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's his name."
Yeah, Dave to Dave. Yep.
Roll a deception.
Shit.
When you lie, you have to roll.
all roll a deception, or just him?
Uh,
Does he get advantage because we're helping? Because that would be good.
and that's what I'm saying. Roll to see if you can give him the advantage.
Let's see. Oh no, I only have a +1. Go.
Rena's probably like,
Oh,
God.
Because I think I chimed in as well. Deception.
Well, it just takes one, and
Yes!
yeah. Wow, you guys pulled that out of your beeholes.
Yes!
And the guy looks,
Oh.
oh, Dave's low on oil? I don't know, but y'all have that oil. I mean, there's no sun to give you light. Gotta have the oil. All right. Okay. What is your allegiance to Strahd?
Oh, God. Torga, what is it? Do they hate him?
Vale looks at him and says, none specifically.
Non-existent.
I just shrug. Like, eh.
Who? I don't
Yeah,
actually say that.
well, that guy?
Who's Strahd?
He's writing more stuff down. And he goes, all right, is this your first time in Vallaki?
Yes.
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 All right. Go over the shtick. Once inside the town gates, the name Strahd is strictly illegal, even in written form. Know that even as I say his name, it will be the last you hear within the gates. Instead, you must refer to the aforementioned individual. You will refer to him simply as the devil. Any other slurs or vulgarity is fine by us. This town holds a festival at very, not exactly calendar intervals. However, we do have several a year. The involvement of these festivals is absolutely required. You may not be asked to aid in preparation, but your attendance is absolutely required. The next festival will be in a couple of days, as we have just ended our last festival of the Wolf Heads, as you can see that decorate the lovely entrance. Failure to comply with any Valachian law will mark you as criminals to our city, and you will be punished as such in accordance to our justice system. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask them, as ignorance is no excuse of not knowing the law.
Can you repeat that?
So, first devil, follow the law. That's about it?
And the festivals.
And the festivals. Okay, got it.
That's a lot of information. Vale looks at him and says, "Are you... Where is the inn?"
Where's Dave?
Yes, Dave for the oil.
He gives you directions to the inn.
Thank you. I don't have any questions at the moment.
Before we do head in, I turn to the party. Ask, have you gotten, do you have everything with you?
I have my battering ram.
It's important. Everybody have everything they're supposed to have. You're not missing anything.
Can I do a check to check myself?
Before you wreck yourself?
Yeah.
I'm still here. You
Check.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
I checked.
Have we finished with the guard yet?
I think so.
Vale's finished.
I think we're ready to go in the doors.
Okay. So. Dog. Oh god, dog. Dog. So, keeping true to Vasil's word, since we arrived at Valaki, we're no longer in need of the horses. Why I asked if everybody had everything on their person. I turned to the horse, or to one of the horses. I looked them straight in the eye, say, Rema.
The horse nods, it neighs, it stamps its foot, and it lowers its head to you.
And I bow my head in return.
And it goes up and nudges you a little bit. And then it turns around and they start to gallop away.
Why'd you call it
horses.
Reba?
You'll
Like
find out
Google.
when you're older,
That
Brick.
wasn't
You'll
the
find
name
out
we
when you're
decided.
older.
It was Glenn.
You'll find out when you're older.
Well, when a man loves a woman.
Okay, so horses have been returned. Let's head inside of Valaki.
All right, and as you guys make your way through town, the inn is just a little bit off from dead center of town. As you guys are walking through the streets, it's a much different scene than Barovia. People are out. It is much more well lit. People seem to have face a little bit more of a smile in their face. But as you guys come to the dead center of town, you are greeted with a gallows. No one is hanging from a rope by any means, but there are several people in the stockade. A couple people are there pointing and jeering at them. And the persons in the stockade just sit and take it. And a couple of guards are standing by, watching, making sure nothing further happens.
Interesting.
I walk over to one of the guards, point over to the stockade, say, what is going on over there? Don't be asking first time. Right?
He goes, they broke Valaki law.
Any particular law or just law in general?
We say attendance at the festivals is mandatory for a reason. A lot of us guards go, make sure that all the houses are empty, the streets are empty, except for the designated routes or designated areas.
Designated areas?
Depending on the festival, different parts of the town will be sequestered. Again, the parade of Wolf's Head went pretty much right through the dead center of town. And if you weren't carrying a wolf head, you are required, or they were required, to be in the streets cheering those that did carry said heads.
Should have collected some of those heads.
If it means that much to you, I'm sure there's some extra ones lying around.
You have no idea.
Is it always Wolf Head Festival?
Nope, our burgomaster tries to change it up.
Right.
How often do these festivals happen?
Sometimes it'll be once a week, other times it could be a few weeks in between. All depends what the burgomaster decides is best for the town. And what could be, or what is best to keep the demon shit away.
Understandable about that, Devil. Okay. Thank you for the information. Greatly appreciated.
Mm-hmm. And do you guys continue on?
Mm-hmm. On to the end.
Yes.
Alright, you guys make it to the inn.
As Mark said, that we'd likely be able to find our contacts.
Dave
there.
here.
We have to. Yep, we have to look for Dave now. Just barges in the inn and just shouts, "Is Dave here?"
Hey, are you here?
This sets up for a Dave's not here, man joke.
Nah, man, Dave's not here.
just say, "I have the oil."
I have your oil, Dave.
Dave.
Oh gosh, we don't get arrested.
It's here.
Best deception check ever.
Oh,
Oh man.
gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Yep. All the marbles.
All right, so I should probably place my
Alright.
token. Where's my mouse? There it is. Too many monitors.
Alright, so we're approaching 11 o'clock. You've entered in a new town, a new inn.
Mhm.
Do you guys wish to call it, or do you want to continue for a wee little bit?
It's yeah, it's a little earlier for us, so we have a little bit longer, but it's up to you guys, really.
Well, I know the wife would like help carrying in stuff, so from the store.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a pretty good moment to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall continue D&D, the search for Dave, next time.
Search for Dave.
Oh, I can't wait for the recap on this.
Well, the end of this quest will, or the end of the search for Dave will definitely be better than Season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Cheeto's Party, Session 5, The Search for Dave. We've been looking. Nowhere to be found. Oil seems to be going bad now. I didn't know oil could go bad.
Went from yellow to brown.
Dave, we have your essential oils.
Yeah. It's a pyramid scheme we've walked into.
I wish the guard had said, "There's no Dave here, man."
There's literally nobody on my list named Dave, and I
would
have
have,
a list of everyone.
but you got advantage, and you crit. Like, well, shit.
I guess
so
Dave
good.
is here, or here enough.
Oh,
And he needs his oil.
In spirit.
yep. Note to self, with Brick lies, use Vale and Torga as the wingmen.
yeah, that was the guy's name.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it's so good. I haven't had a single good performance check. But
You can lie out the ass about Dave.
I know this whole time I'm sitting here thinking, all they gotta do is just say travelers, and that would suffice. And they're like, oh, here's a random ass lie. I'm like, okay, this is the path that we're taking. It's like I tried to tell G-Code, no matter what you think, your players are just gonna go off script at the most random time when they don't need to. You can't plan for it. And I'm like, okay, he's gonna get caught in the lie. Oh, he fucking crit on it! Okay, well I guess I gotta think of some shit now.
I don't know if any of you have been watching the his his campaign he's just been running, but apparently
GK's campaign? I haven't been watching.
yeah.
I've heard it's
Oh
gone
my gosh. Oh man, Misty being afraid of Slaya is the best thing to come from that so far.
Oh,
There's a reason for all the owl gifts.
I assumed.
Oh. Yeah, this like giant, like 7-8 foot tall, like literal giant afraid of this like 3 foot tall owl.
Are you guys streaming it? Who's streaming it?
Don't know. I thought G-Code was?
Yeah, that G-Code was.
Yeah, I thought G-Code was, but
If I can go back and watch some of the other sessions, I might. I have so many
Yeah,
things
'cause
I'm trying to watch and keep up with. It's just like.
yeah,
hard to
because we
find the
just
time.
had our first one, so
Yeah, Witcher Season 2 either just came out or it's about to come out.
17th
yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow? Really?
I gotta,
Oh, snap.
yeah, I'll finish. It'll be a month or two before I get into it. I need to finish Squid Game, which will be tomorrow, and then I need to go back and finish Castlevania.
Yeah, I need to watch,
Watch that
man, I
tomorrow,
didn't realize The
for
Witcher
sure,
came
at
out
least.
tomorrow. It's exciting. It's a fun show.
Yeah.
I hope they learn from their mistakes of Season 1.
It seems like the pre-release buzz is they've learned a bit from it, at least when it comes to
Pacing.
CG pacing and costume set design, a little
I
bit
enjoyed
of
season one. What did you find wrong with
character.
I like Season 1, but I just thought it was very apparent that the director really didn't know how to convey things like time to the audience, where Season 1, a lot of Season 1 happens before the pilot episode, and there's no real reason for the audience not to know that. Like, a lot of people, when Geralt confronts or has the party at Queen Calant's palace, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
wait, isn't she dead? Oh shit, I guess this is in the past. Like, they even changed the Witcher website, like netflix.com/Witcher, to have a timeline of every episode, so they just did a really poor job.
I thought that was deliberate, and that because I spent the first half of the season thinking that it all fit together, and I was like, I must not be tracking these characters well. And then it was towards the end of the season that I realized there were 3 storylines going on. I was like, oh fuck, and
that's
then I had
the
to
thing.
go back and piece it. I thought that was deliberate and kind of cool.
I don't know. In some ways, it does kind of feel deliberate. Like
One
I've
part
read all the
deliberate.
books.
When you find out that Geralt was in the castle during the siege in the pilot, that was a twist to make you go, oh, that happened then, okay.
Yeah.
But they still did a bad job for the overall thing, because again, Geralt shows up to Queen Calant's ball, and you're like, wait, I thought she was dead, so is this the past? What? Like, that was a part that a lot of people were very confused about and didn't know. I read the first 2 books. I'll continue.
Yeah.
I do like them. I like how they showed more of what happened with Nilfgaard, because the books just talk about it. They don't show a heck of a lot or anything.
You learn more about that as you read later. So the way especially the first 2 books are set up is very different from any of the other books.
Yeah.
The first 2 books are a collection of basically short stories.
Which
the first
TV series perfectly. For every episode is a short story.
Yeah,
I'm actually
but,
I read the first 3 books. I read the first collection, and then I read the actual main story.
yeah, so the
Series
first book especially, you don't really it's just Geralt telling a story somebody else, and they jump around in time, and they don't ever in those short stories even tell you what time periods they're in. You just know that they're in Geralt's past because obviously he's telling a story about it.
You can tell
So
that deliberate, so in case it never got picked up for another book. It was this is a short shit. I'm not
all that stuff once it actually gets into the later books after the 2, and it actually gets into being a normal ass book or a novel. that's when like all the things that were in the short stories, like you can start placing them to a date and time. So like you already have to be 3-4 books deep before you can even place a time to any of the first stories from the thing. I'm not saying that's good for a TV series. I'm just saying that's also how the books are very paced as well. It's a clusterfuck until you actually get to Ciri and Geralt being together, which is basically how the first season went, which was a clusterfuck until the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And they picked all the best short stories for episodes too. They left out
There
the
are
ones that were bad.
there are some short stories coming up in season 2, like it's not exactly, but the Beauty and the Beast version story that's coming up in season 2. I think the Little Mermaid story's coming up in season 2. I have a good one.
That was a weird
Have a good night.
thing. That was like a story that was supposed to have a moral or a lesson, and then it didn't at all.
I think the moral lesson of that story was that, like, even though she made the sacrifice to go and be with the king so she couldn't stop the war, like, it still didn't mean fuck all in the end, like most of the Witcher stories.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it was supposed to be, oh, you say you love me, but you aren't ready to sacrifice shit, so I'm not going to help. And then she just says, oh, okay, I'll do every single thing you ask and require nothing of it in return. He's like, damn, I really made out in this story.
That's because he basically threatened to, like, she didn't want to come marry him, and his response was, all right, then I'll kill all of your people. And she said, well, okay, if it's the genocide of my people, or I guess banging you for the rest of my life, it's going to be banging you the rest of my life. And Geralt went, well, I tried to help and fucking didn't mean one shit, so I'm out of here.
Yeah, I mean, Geralt is just like, mankind is worse than any monster I've ever killed.
Like, yeah, that's like I said. The whole point of the books most of the time is Geralt tries to help. Nobody takes his advice. Things go wrong. He still saves the day, and then gets shit all over.
And even like when the story becomes, you know, a single coherent plot line.
Good night, everyone.
Later.
Good night.
It's what it becomes like.
Bye.
Geralt is smart and knows all this shit, unless Yennefer is involved or Triss, and then Geralt's an idiot and doesn't know shit.
Yeah. Then it becomes Geralt thinks with his people.
Well, the thing that I thought was fucking hilarious, like the one thing they've kept out of the show is the thing between Geralt, Yennefer, and like the third wizard. I hate those stories. The Shard of Ice short story, I absolutely loathe. It didn't.
That's that one guy.
Yeah, she leaves Geralt for the older wizard because, you know, they have more in common, and they have like, oh, she wants to conjure the truth, and she said the truth is a shard of ice. So she made a raven out of ice, and then it came to life, and it said the truth is a shard of ice, and it disappeared. And I'm like, you're really just cramming the title of your short story in, and it doesn't mean anything. This is I didn't like that story.
I felt like that was just like a leave it to the reader's mind story, and then maybe be something that he can use as a fucking ace in the sleeve later on when he needs it, but he never used it again.
Yeah, like the one.
But I like the way the Witcher 3 handled it. If you went with the Yennefer route,
I still have yet to play it. I want to, but it's like, well, I don't have 200 hours to devote to this. Like,
yeah, they
did the first part of the story in season 1, which I liked, where he's like, oh, are we going to fight in the middle of the streets? And the mayor's like, please don't fucking fight him. We need him, and you're going to kick his dick in. Please don't. And you're going to...
please.
We're going to have to arrest you, and then you're going to kill us, and just please don't. And so Geralt walks away. Like, that part was okay, but it was like the Shard of Ice part,